All right, so we're going to try this out, a little tradition of people sharing the moment, not when they joined Rotary, but when they became a Rotarian. And this week we have Marty, who could, you could stay there.
Got to put gravity into this.
Oh, yeah, old Asian gravity.
Right.
Aloha! I'm going to be hard to follow Piper, but as a segue from Piper's into mine, I'd like to say, if you read this month's Rotarian magazine, you'll see about midway through an article on Uganda, where Lazo, our incoming youth exchange student, is coming in about 2 weeks. He's been emailing with his family and Ian. So get stoked up for that, because it's going to be really fun to have Lazo with us. So that was part of my introduction to Rotary. Terri joined Rotary in 1992, and I was what they call a Rotary Andy. I was a tag along. I didn't know what Rotary was. There's all these guys, and Terri was one of the ladies in the club. But she got me interested in doing the community service work that they were doing. And so the first big experiment for me was going around and painting houses and working. We did a job for one of our older folks, cleaned up the yard. It was about 15 people. We showed up with dumpsters, pickup trucks, chainsaws. Took about 4 hours. And donuts. And we had donuts and coffee. Donuts brought the crowd. And that really got me interested in community service. So that's my first moment in Rotary. I wasn't a Rotarian. In 2000, well, no, let's go back to Festival of Brotherhood. In 1997, we went on what they call a Festival of Brotherhood, which is a project fair in Mexico. And I teamed up with some people down there at the time. I couldn't speak Mexican. They couldn't speak much English, but he and I, Luis and I, became really good buddies. And I worked on some engineering projects. I went out to some orphanages, and that started me into the international phase of learning the culture and being able to be around people to help with people. And so that kept me in the cultural. Then we went into what I call, they used to have group study exchange, which is kind of a forerunner to the new one that Rotary Foundation has, where they send people out to different countries. Group study exchanges for young people, young professionals, send a team to our country. And Terri was able to get, with some other people, a team from Vietnam, which Vietnam's not a non-Rotary country, but the government allowed their team to come. And we hosted them while they were here. And it was awesome. I took them ab diving, got some abs for them, and they were just all up in arms about that. You know, they got fresh seafood, brandy. We all shot some fish too. And that really opened up my eyes to what Rotary could do around the world. When Terri had the opportunity to host Benny Santos from the Philippines, who was one of the first people to start the immunization project for polio in the Philippines. So he got me, running. Now I'm on this roll, okay? And I don't think it ever stops. I don't think you ever have just one Rotary moment. You're gonna have a lot of Rotary moments. If you get involved in Rotary, you're gonna have those moments. And what really pushed me, I guess, to the limit was when we went to Vietnam with the Wheelchair Foundation. We started in Hanoi, and we went to Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, with a group of people that were from all armed services. We had every armed service represented on the team we were with, and we met up with Viet Cong. We met up with the children. I went to a zoo, and I was the animal in the zoo because I was this tall, and they were this tall, and the kids were all loving it. Putting wheelchairs together and distributing to people and helping somebody get on the back of a Honda 50 with a wheelchair and 3 other people is quite an object. It really gets you. So my Rotary moments. I'm still involved with a lot of the international. I love the international. I'm on the Youth Exchange Committee. Go Piper, you're gonna love it. Craig Newman in our club was one of the big institutes that I saw doing a lot of work with Youth Exchange way back when. And so that kind of got me pulled into Youth Exchange when my old club, Southwest Eureka. And it goes on and on. So keep Rotary going and have fun. It's tough.
It's unfortunate that we weren't able to see you do what your true passion is, which is river dancing. But next time.
Next time,
I'll add it to the list.
with the music.
Yeah, there you go.
Any other announcements? Anything else? Oh, Robbie.
Yeah, I just really appreciated that you mentioned club is contributing to the Out of Darkness Swap. That will be on September 11. Right here it starts on the plaza. When we talk about prosperity, another thing really to mention, and Diana was a wonderful presentation, mental health in our community. And we have 2.5 times the average of suicide here in Humboldt County than the state and national average. And in our country, every day, we lose, last I read, 20 to 22 veterans every day, people who serve their country and now don't have the mental health support that they need. And so this really impacts members of our club right here, and it absolutely impacts our community. And so it's important that we be out there, because what we do, it's not, okay, great, hey, our club just made a contribution to it. No, please join our team. I will resend the invitation, but please join our team, because what we need to do is we need to talk about mental health. We need to talk about the challenges that people experience. We need to be there. We need to say, are you okay? I'm listening. I'm right here. I want to support you in every way I can. We need people to understand that there's crisis hotlines, that there's support, and a conversation about mental health needs to be a normal one where we regularly check in with people that we love. And the way, and so by having a big showing at this event, we raise awareness, we raise the frequency of that conversation and the mutual support and love that we provide to everyone in our community. So please join that. I loved that it was Rotary, Humboldt Rising, because Rise is actually part of our club. We called our events, we said Rise standing for Rotary Involvement Strengthens Everyone. And so this is one way we rise.
All right. Have a great weekend, guys.